My administration has acted swiftly and decisively to restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law, starting at the FBI. Kash, thank you. Thank you, Kash. Since 1975, rates of child cancer have increased by more than 40%. Reversing this trend is one of the top priorities to make America healthy again, chaired by our new Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy, Jr.
Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, and over the past several years, particularly under the corrupt Biden and Obama administrations, we've seen a justice system riddled with corruption, along with a rising number of public safety and health crises ignited. And as part of the fallout from that bleak period, we're continuing to witness an alarming disregard for the safety and well-being of the American people. From public health emergencies to systemic failures, citizens are left to grapple with the consequences of ineffective governance and a bureaucratic swamp intent on prioritizing their own interests over ours. Now, the reality is stark and it's deeply concerning. They're basically being ripped off and neglected, while the so-called leaders turn a blind eye to the impacts of their decisions. Who's truly responsible for this catastrophic failure in justice and public safety? Now, I think we all know the answer to that. It's the previous administration, the corrupt justice system, the entrenched bureaucrats who've ignored urgent warnings for years. While the American people suffer, they exploit the system for power and for profit, shielding themselves from accountability. Their silence in the face of the destruction that they've enabled speaks volumes, leaving citizens to bear the full weight of their negligence and deceit. Disasters are unfolding as a direct result of these decisions, plunging families into crises they shouldn't be facing in the first place. Now, thankfully, we're seeing a heightened sense of concern about health, crime, and prosperity in America. Trump promised to appoint people who would put America first, prioritize our prosperity, be tough on crime, and secure our nation from corrupt elites. Joining me today to discuss this monumental moment in American history and what it all means for our well-being is Kim Bright. Kim is the founder of BrightCore and longtime advocate of President Trump. She's been doing everything in her power to make America both great again and healthy again. Kim, welcome. Great to see you again.
Well, thank you, Dr. Steve. Great to be back. Thanks for having us.
It's amazing. And we were talking before the interview, it's just an amazing time we're living in. I mean, we're talking about the all-star lineup, the Avengers of Trump's cabinet picks. And I'm just curious, just from your vantage point, who do you think is going to have the greatest impact in rooting out government corruption?
Well, I have to say that he has picked all of his cabinet are incredible people. I have to say that. I mean, I do have a favorite. I will get to that. However, I think these people, they have, all of them have a high confront of evil. They are going to implement shining the light on what I call the demon rats. That's the deep state. That's the globalists. That's this whole machine they've put together and kept together with their minions there in DC and throughout the world and throughout America. And these people are intentionally destroying what most of Americans, the majority of Americans, stand for. That's, good ethics, good morals. They have repeatedly dripped on us over the years. All these things that are crazy, they're not normal. And they've tried to normalize things that we know in our heart of hearts and our soul of souls are wrong. So he's got this team of Avengers coming in. I mean, witness Hegseth, Pete Hegseth, he's over there. He's inspiring the troops. He's out there at 5 a.m. in the morning, running with shorts on in 20-degree weather with the guys. They're just being lifted up by him. And then we've got, Pam Bondi's already filing cases. We have so many people already in action. We have Christine Noem on the front lines. We've got to get Kash Patel in there. I mean, hopefully by the end of the week. But boy, I mean, all of these people have confronted such evil. They have a history of dealing with the trafficking, drugs, human trafficking, all the criminals and the illegals, the criminal illegals, and they want to rout them out and get them out. And then we have RFK Jr., of course, in his background. And he knows all about the bad guys in big pharma. He knows about in agriculture, knows about how they've destroyed the environment. So it's time that these people are shining a light, that we can get back to common good things in this America of ours, and throughout, and inspire the world to do the same thing and shine the light on these demon rats. I call them demon rats, and get them out of where they've been hiding to hide their fraud, their lies, their spending of our money, our hard-earned money, our tax money. It's time they went to town, and they're going to town.
You've what I admire about you is you've been a voice crying in the wilderness to make America healthy again for years now. Israel was in the wilderness for 40 years. You've been in it for 50. You've been almost, I mean, you have been a voice crying for health to be restored to our nation again. And now you are seeing your prayers answered. You're seeing someone like RFK Jr. at the helm of the HHS. I mean, this is
yes.
I know it's absolutely unbelievable. I know everyone I've talked to is so excited about this. What do you believe he's going to do to protect Americans' health, where his predecessors before him had failed so miserably?
He's already been put in action. President Trump has given him 100 days to compile and look at what the psychiatric drugs are doing. Are they good or bad for children from 5 all the way up to age 25? So he's putting together all of this assessment over a 100-day period. He's inspired already the Maha caucus in the Senate. They're already on legislation for agriculture and nutrition. We've got 12 states that have already started enacting legislation, putting it together that involve the vaccines. They want transparency. They want the manufacturers to be held accountable. We've got school lunches being changed. We've got so much going on. I mean, it seems like years that these people have been on board, and it's just weeks and days. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. It is. It's incredible. The pace is breathtaking. I actually just had an interview prior to this, and my guest was saying that he can't. He's hyperventilating, just trying to keep up with the news. It's just crazy. It just every hour something changes.
Every minute it seems like you've got like I'm watching news 10, 12 hours a day trying to stay up with everything.
I know it's so. I mean, and you can't help it. You just stay glued because it is. It's so exciting.
You're mesmerized because there's hope again. We see change. I mean, these things are put in action. President Trump's got them going into action. So it's exciting.
And again, you have been on the front lines of this, and you have seen, firsthand how this culture of poison in our foods and agriculture have affected our health as we age. Can you just give us a sense of that, of what Bobby Kennedy really is trying to change here?
Well, I've seen it firsthand because I've counseled directly over 15,000 people throughout the years that I've been doing this. And I've counseled people that had 4th stage cancer. I've counseled Olympic athletes. I've counseled all different types of people. And so I've seen the direct effects of being put on psychiatric drugs when they didn't need to be. All they needed was the nutrients that were missing in their diet put back in, and a detox. I've seen unnecessary surgeries. I've seen, the food supply being poisoned, the air supply being poisoned with chemtrails. I've watched that over the years and gone, what in the world are they doing? Why are they destroying it? And then knowing there's a deep state, knowing that that's there to destroy us, well, that answers everything. So yes, he's going to go in and get things straight again. He's going to put back good, healthy food that we can grow in good, healthy soils. Hopefully clean up our air, our water. I mean, for goodness sakes, people are on more medications today than ever. And guess where those medications finally end up? They end up in our water that our children are drinking at school in the fountains, and that we're drinking. They end up in the soil. So he's going to get in and he's going to expose all the wrongdoings in the big pharma, agricultural, environment, all of this.
So he's doing that at the macro level, but then we're responsible at the micro level for our own bodies, for our own health. We need to take action. We can't be just passive spectators of this. And again, this is part of your ministry, what you've been talking about now for decades. So what can we do about it ourselves? So Bobby is doing his thing at that macro systemic level, but what can we do at the micro level in terms of our own bodies?
Right. We need to take the responsibility to read labels. We need to take the responsibility to understand what food does for us and to us, real food. And we need to get rid of the processed foods that do nothing but tear us down. They might taste good. They might look pretty with all their artificial colors and flavors. They need to come out of the diet. And you need to stay close and eat as local as possible and organic as possible. Support the farmers that are trying to grow healthy food that are in your area. Get yourself a water treatment, somehow in the house where you're able to drink cleaner water. Pay attention to that and write your senators and your congressmen and say, what the heck is going on in our skies with these chemtrails? Get them the heck out of there. We don't need all these, heavy metals being dumped on us and on our, going in our lungs and on our soils. So you can do that, exercise, and really try and pay attention to what you're putting in your mouth and your children's mouths.
Your company, Bright Core Nutrition, has several fantastic products, but one in particular I find interesting, and that's the collagen supplement Revive. I'm loving biohacking and supplements and vitamins and so forth. And collagen just keeps coming up and up in all the articles I'm reading. Can you explain why collagen is so important to our health and why we need to ensure we're getting enough of it?
Yes, we've got to supplement because our food supply has been so poisoned and so lacking in nutrients for so long that we are missing these nutrients. And collagen is the glue that holds our body together. It's the most prevalent protein in our body, and it is the structure for our bones, for our skin. It holds everything up and together. And we have it in our body naturally. We're born with it. It's in our bone marrow. It's in our bones. 90% of our bones is collagen, not calcium, collagen. And we have it in our ligaments and our tendons and our joints. And we have it in our skin, our hair, our nails. We have it in our gut lining. We have it in our heart. We have it in all of our organs. It's in every single connective tissue in our body. But at age 20 to 25, depending on our lifestyle, we start to lose the ability to produce it naturally in our body. So we have to supplement. We have to. And so we put together something that's convenient and easy to get the collagen back into our body. And, it's so important because as we age, we're already losing this naturally. But as we age, what happens is our skin starts to sag. We get wrinkles. It gets dry. The skin gets thin. Pathogens can then invade. Our gut lining starts to tear. And then we have leaky gut. Our bones start to get brittle and break easier. Our joints are creaking. Our tendons and ligaments are getting loose while the collagen is pulling apart and falling apart. So we must supplement, and our hair gets brittle. Our nails get brittle. Our hair falls out. Collagen is in every single thing in our body.
Wow. So in other words, we need to revive the collagen.
We do.
I think I get the pattern here. You're not dealing with a chimp, you see.
Very good.
So, Kim, let me put the marketplace hat on you here. So I'm reading all about collagen, and there's a bunch of different collagen products out there. What makes Revive superior to other collagen products on the market?
Yes. Now you can get other collagen products, but I feel, of course, ours is the best. I've been at this. Our company's been here for 28 years. I founded it 28 years ago. Formula, the ingredients that go into that formula, the sourcing of those ingredients, and the whole processing of those ingredients. We study science. We want to put in and put together the most effective, efficient, and absorbable and collagen that's out there on the market. But we update it when we find the right science,
Right.
Because what we've got in there is we've got 5 types of collagen. And we just didn't pull them out of the sky and say, oh, let's just throw these together. No, it's based on science. We've got type 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10. 5 and 10 are very expensive. Now, those have to be sourced from the right place, because you can get collagen from different sources that is very cheap. And you don't know those animals, have they been eating, what they've been eating or where they've been grown, and maybe they've got a lot of heavy metals in them. So we source pure, good ingredients. We're using wild caught Atlantic cod, free range chickens, and then grass fed, bovine. So these are very, very important to us. And then what we do is we also put in there something that's in our bodies naturally when we're born. It's called hyaluronic acid. And it keeps the moisture in our joints. It keeps the moisture in our skin, our hair, our nails, our organs. And it can hold up to 1,000 times its own weight in water. Hyaluronic acid is a very expensive ingredient. But we want that there to aid and assist and abet the collagen to be the strongest collagen that it can be, and really provide for our bodies the right thing. And then in order to have collagen work right and for it to produce in our body, we need vitamin C. So vitamin C is in there, and also the B vitamin biotin, which is excellent for our hair and nails.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I used to play classical guitar a lot. Now there was to say, take your biotin, make sure you get those fibers in your nails rocking there. So you've got a special offer for our viewers today who want to try out this collagen, this Revive. What's that?
Well, Dr. Steve, we do. We've got a special offer for your viewers today. They buy 2 bottles of the collagen. We're going to give them one absolutely free. Ooh. And they can buy it online, but we would prefer that they give us a call, because we want to make sure with our educated staff that this is really what they need and will really help them, regain their health. So, also, when you call in, we're going to give you 50% off of your order. Wow. And free shipping. And we're going to also, if you're one of the first 100 callers, we're going to give you a free bottle of our vitamin D3, which is called Radiance. So let me give you the number, and that is 888-597-0233. Again, that number is 888-597-0233.
That's so awesome, Kim. Thank you for that offer to our audience. Again, remember, we talk about this all the time on the channel. Safeguarding your well-being has never been more crucial. Join us in taking back control from the establishment by prioritizing our own wellness. Together, we can protect ourselves and build a safer, healthier future. Remember, we can't change our country unless we are healthy. If we're lying on our backs, we can't do anything. So it's time to get. I love how Bobby Kennedy put it, is when you're not sick, you have 1,000 dreams, but when you're sick, you only have one. And so taking care of our health should be our number one priority. This is a beautiful, wonderful offer. Buy 2 bottles of Revive. You get one absolutely free. You can click the link below, but Kim would prefer that you call them and talk to their health experts to make sure this amazing product is right for you. Again, the number's at the bottom of the screen. And remember, when you call, you not only get a better discount of up to 50% off, but you also get a free shipping on every order. So buy 2 bottles of Revive, get one absolutely free. Click on that link below and let's take control of our health. Let's make America healthy again. Kim, thank you so much for all your service and for all these years you've been on the front lines of making America healthy again. It's happening.
It is.
Yeah, God bless you for all the work. Isn't it amazing? God bless you for all the work you've done, and let's have you back real soon.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Steve. Have a blessed day.
You too, Kim. Thank you.
Thank you.